something really fucked up happened with the last Tango in Paris. I'm sure you guys know. Bernardo Bertolucci, who some will call, one of those classic directors who made a masterpiece in The Last Tango in Paris. And that movie came out in 1972 with Marlon Brando and Maria Schneider. The controversy is there was a rape scene in it that involved a stick of butter, and Marlon Brando, who is known as one of the greatest and most just cherished, honestly, actors of all time. He's the fucking Godfather. Like, when people think of the Godfather, they think of the Godfather. It's him. That's him. And people love the fucking Godfather. I think Al Pacino is the goddamn Godfather. I think he's the reason why those movies are awesome. If you're calling out one actor to represent the whole thing. But Marlon Brando is Marlon Brando. People refer to him like a verb when talking about great acting. Like, way to go, Brando. So this is as high as it gets, and this movie came out when The Godfather did. So think about it. 48-year-old Brando, this classic director, Bernardo Bertolucci, are working on what would become, to many, a masterpiece. And then you have this 19-year-old actress, Maria Schneider. And yes, she read the script. She knows there's a rape scene. But she's uncomfortable. She's uncomfortable about it. And what do Marlon Brando, the great actor, and Bernardo Bertolucci do? They power through it. They don't tell her any details. They tell her to suck it up, and they make her do it. It's fucked up. So basically, Maria Schneider, the actress who was in it, she was 19 at the time. She died in 2011, and she did not know about the rape scene ahead of time in the vein that it was shot. She knew it was in there, but she didn't know to what extent the violence would become. The graphic nature of the scene was basically improvised, and she didn't know about it. And you don't know everything when you're improvising. However, it's a fucking rape scene, and your actress is uncomfortable. So Bertolucci said that he felt guilty about how he treated Schneider, but he does not regret the scene. And that was an interview that happened 3 years ago, and there was a video up about it. And he says, "No, I don't feel guilty, but when she died, I thought, God, I'm so sorry that I can't apologize for what Marlon and I did with that scene, and we decided not to tell her. Her sense of humiliation was very real, but I think what really offended her was that she didn't feel she'd been allowed to prepare for the scene as an actress. But I wanted her reaction as a person, not as an actress." Fuck you, man. Like, that is such fucking bullshit. Like, oh my God. But you know why it's fucking bullshit? Because she was saying, and this is a girl. Think about it. Marlon fucking Brando. You're in a scene with him going toe to toe. You're 19 trying to prove yourself. You have this classic director who you need to trust. I mean, this is a big movie, and you're exposed. You're going to get your fucking pants ripped off, and it's a goddamn rape scene with one of the greatest actors ever. That's the situation she's in. And here's what Marlon says to her when she starts to feel uncomfortable. "Maria, don't worry, it's just a movie." So you've got Bernardo Bertolucci, the director, saying, "I don't want her reaction as an actress. I want it as a person." As in, this is a lot bigger than her. This isn't just a movie. This is art. This is a statement we're trying to make. This is my craft. I need everything to be natural. I need to be in control. Then you have Marlon going, "This is just a movie." Who the fuck? Are you guys on the same goddamn page or what? You're saying, "I want your reaction as a person." Almost existential. I want it to be real. And you have Marlon Brando going, "It's just a movie." What the fuck? They're like fucking amateurs here. The director is responsible for the actor's comfort. He's responsible for the performance. He's responsible for everything. Okay? It's the director's medium. Really. You need to create that sense of trust. You need to command it, not demand it. A fucking $10,000 budget filmmaker understands that. Why don't you? If you're making a fucking masterpiece with Marlon Brando, your actress is uncomfortable. That matters. It's a sacred thing on set. And if you fuck that up, you fuck the whole movie up. And you fuck this woman's life up. After this, the 19-year-old actress Maria Schneider, she had drug problems. She had, mental issues. Like, it might not all be associated with this thing, but this, why would she mention this if it didn't matter? But it's fine because he got his masterpiece. Marlon Brando got an Oscar nomination for fucking raping this girl. And he says he doesn't regret it. He feels guilty, but he doesn't regret it. Dude, there comes a point where your importance as a filmmaker and an artist is fucking irrelevant. If this girl was affected this way, your grace, your achievement doesn't mean shit. Because you're a shitty person. Don't regret it. Fuck you. So, Hollywood backlash, this and, out was with Outrage, kind of like what I'm doing. And Bertolucci responded to that. So he responded to the responses. He reacted to the outrage over reports that he and Marlon Brando conspired against actress Maria Schneider while filming a notorious rape scene in Last Tango in Paris. Italian director Bertolucci said Monday that the outcry was based on a ridiculous misunderstanding. Oh, okay. Tell us what it is, Mr. Film Genius. He said, I would like for the last time to clear up a ridiculous misunderstanding that continues to generate press reports about Last Tango in Paris around the world. Several years ago, someone asked me for details on the famous butter scene. I specified, but perhaps I was not clear, that I decided with Marlon Brando not to inform Maria that we would have used butter. And we're talking about butter so he can fucking anally rape her. That's what the scene is. And we wanted her spontaneous reaction to that improper use of the butter. That is where the misunderstanding lies. So he's saying, look, guys, why are you mad at me? All right? She knew about the scene. She read the script. She was a professional just like we were. I just didn't tell her about the butter. I get it. I get that concept of not telling an actor something so they react naturally. Okay? Paul Greengrass didn't have Barkhad Abdi. I don't remember his name. The guy, I Am the Captain Now, and Captain Phillips, the main pirate, he didn't have him meet Tom Hanks until they busted in there with the guns while they were filming. So then he reacted like, oh my God, there's Tom Hanks. I actually am in a movie with him. As in, the pirates are like, oh my God, we got Americans. Like, we're going to be rich. So he withheld that reaction to get a natural one during a take. That happens. But it's not a fucking rape scene where the actress is uncomfortable. I guarantee if that actor said, if Tom Hanks said, if anybody said, hey, look, I don't know if I feel comfortable kind of bursting in there with a gun with someone I don't know. Do you mind if he'd be like, absolutely. Tom Barcott, man, I picked a bad example if I don't remember his name. Meet each other, hang out, whatever, get to know each other. We're going to film in 20 minutes. But no, I'm uncomfortable. And she didn't even know all the details. So imagine during a take with Marlon fucking Brando, Bernardo Bertolucci, and you're filming on film. I mean, it was expensive. Time was money then. It is now. But you know what I mean? Celluloid film. Like, it's just the whole atmosphere. This girl trying to prove herself. Fucking Marlon Brando grabs some butter and shoves it in her ass. Those are real tears, she said. But they only did one take. So thank God. Thank God for that. Fucked up. So Basically, Maria, some more things that she said. I had been in a way horrible, or Bertolucci, sorry, said this. I had been in a way horrible to Maria because I didn't tell her what was going on. And that, as I learned many years later, offended Maria. Not the violence that she is subjected to in the scene, which was written in the screenplay. Like, dude, you're justifying why you didn't tell a 19-year-old girl how she was going to get violated. Like, you're an amateur. You're a fucking amateur, man. In truth, she was too young to sustain the impact with the unpredictable and brutal success of that film. That movie is not a success. It's not. It's not a masterpiece. It's an example of how not to direct. It's an example of how an actor who's on top of the world can use his power to take advantage of a young actress.